So I'm going to turn on screen recording. In my latest update to OsmTrails, I've added a new map style, the Mapsforge maps data. It dynamically generates the tiles from data and allows me to get more precision for things other than trails. So here I've got it here: Devil's Rest, Angel's Rest. For my maps, I have excluded all property or the buildings because that takes up like half the data. And then I added contour lines so I can see the one near Angel's Rest. So you can zoom into the switchbacks. The resolution can be much higher or more zoomed in than with my original raster tiles. Here the zoom is set to the maximum 14 because the data gets really large. And I wanted my hill shading. Sometimes it's pretty, sometimes not. But I can swap to the vector data if I want to show things other than trails. The other thing that's new, if I turn off the map there, is the lines. I had to figure out a way to quickly and easily turn them off and on. I call them my breadcrumb lines, but these are in a profiles file. So I long press something, it highlights it. Here it's blue, and from that I can show my elevation profile for a particular segment. If I go to vector, the line obscures the line from the vector tiles data and blocks the name. So I had to wait to turn it off. But I also wanted it to disable selection. Now if I zoom in a few times, it should show the name. That path didn't have a name. Let me find one that does have a name. The Oneonta Trail. It has a name, but if I show the lines, it'll sometimes well, this is useful while I'm here. The data I'm using for the profiles file has a date of 2000 for March 18 of this year, but the data here for the Oneonta Trail and the red line here is because the date was October 22 of 2023, this year. So from March to October, somebody's updated the data. And my profiles file data is still older. Anyway, this is not uncommon for the OpenStreetMaps data. People can change it. Now I'm seeing quite a big change here. If I back out, let's go to tiles. Turn that on. That was just one zoomed in section. Anyway, I find it valuable. Hopefully you or other users will find it valuable themselves also, to be able to choose lines and vector tiles, or my hill shading. You choose. Each can be used independently. I can get rid of the tiles, both kind of tiles, and use exclusively the profiles files. The lines thing, dismiss. Well, maybe that'll be useful. It has three options: no lines, just the paths, or paths and roads. Let's go to the page here. So a file here. I've got a newer one for as the Lake District in Britain, Cumbria profiles files. It's just an example. Let's go back to the Oregon and Washington one. I tap it one more and it'll show the roads. The file gets bigger when I include the roads. I may or may not exclude those roads or some of the roads. My green here is usually like Forest Service roads, tracks, unclassified roads, etc. Gravel tracks, I mean, have different, can't always travel on them safely with ordinary cars. Anyway, so I have lines, turn them off, vector tiles, raster tiles with shading. The other value of zooming in with the vector tiles, if I go, I want the Pacific Crest Trail. I have that in blue here. I'm going to zoom in on Cascade Locks. This is my raster tile. Let's go to the vector tiles. And now let's zoom in. So the island shows as blue. Well, here we go. Thunder Island. I don't know why it's blue, but that's... But Cascade Locks, you can see the roads. I show my lines. The green is a bike trail. But if I go out, I'm going to go find the Pacific Crest Trail again. Back to vector. So if you're leaving Cascade Locks on the Pacific Crest Trail, you select it. And turn the selections off. So just a simple tap. This button just alternates the multi-lines and then lines. One's drawing over top of the other because there's duplicates. if this one's on, it'll see a segment. Segment 14. Down here, segment 14. Turn my lines off here. Let's do that. Wadham Lake. It's been a while since I was there. But while I'm here, you can zoom in and let's do points. So you can go Wadham Lake Campground. The icon is there, but I also have my other profiles file data, which includes points. And I've included intersections, but I haven't fully used it. I just display it, but I haven't fully utilized them yet. But I also have the turn points off. This is I've colored the steps yellow. Some people want to find steps, some want to avoid steps. So if you're wanting steps to exercise, you can hunt for the yellow when displaying the lines feature. They show up when I get down, zoom out. I can find the yellow and then zoom in. So if you're in Seattle area near Queen Anne Hill, there's a bunch of steps. There's steps in Portland's West Hills. Alameda Ridge in Northeast Portland has steps. So anyway, the purpose of this video is just to introduce the vector tiles feature. Turn that off, turn that on. You just play. It's all play. Wadham Lake. I need to go there again. Been nearly 40 years since I've been there. I guess that's enough for now. Thanks for watching. Yeah.